Good evening, YouTube. How are y'all doing? How are you doing? I am doing well, Dankster. Thank you for coming back, man. How'd you like that nuke last time? Hopefully it lived up to your expectation. In fact, that's right where this campaign's going to load up, is on a flaming version of the Oak of Ages. So you can hear the crispy char right now. He said it was legendary good. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Glad you enjoyed it. How are y'all doing tonight? Look at those deer over there looking over at the tree. You see them? They're like, oh boy. Oh boy. S. Strickland, how are you doing? Thanks for the gold sponsorship. Same thing to you, Holy Pilgrim. Who else is here? Pop Burnsy, Bunny Tamer, Actazuz, Jaden, Earl, Conrad, Zachary, Dankster, our awesome nuke coordinator, I guess we'll call him there. Pyrrhic Strategos, welcome back. Always good to see you. Troy Dunkel. Warner, handguns. Oh, we're going to have plenty of guns, man. We have plenty of guns. Sean, how you doing? Kenneth, welcome. Charles, Linker, Brendan. Dankster, man. Come on, you don't need to be doing this for me. Thank you so much for the 50. It is a beautiful burning tree. I think we did well. I think we did well. The burning tree is a beautiful sight. Guess what site is next, folks? Dankster, thank you so much. And your donation tonight is going to the Nuke Altdorf Fund. And Altdorf was voted most likely to be nuked. Both in my Twitter poll and on YouTube, so I hope y'all are ready. So Altdorf is the next target. Dankster, thank you so much. Can you guys please help me hype up Dankster in the chat? Let's get some yes for him in the chat, please. Lots of yes for Dankster, because he is really into these Skaven nukathons. My chat is like messed up the way I do this window here. Hold on. Air, yes, yeah, okay, that's the only way I can do it. It's so annoying. Let's see. Why you do this to me, YouTube? It gives me like a tiny little space to scroll and do the chat. It's incredibly annoying. I can't like properly even get, like when I try and scroll to my emojis, it just scrolls past lines and there's not room for me to even see it all. It's really irritating. Alright, just have to go full screen for a second maybe so I can do it. No, it doesn't even work in full screen. Oy. YouTube's fantastic. You know what, folks? Pop out chat. What's pop out chat? Will that work better maybe? There. I did a pop out chat. Let's see if this works. Maybe. Mulan, thank you. Thank you for the 5 and welcome back. Thanks for your support last time as well. Yeah, I can't. YouTube has their chat thing like really screwed up here. I'm trying to, like, I can't resize the box to where I can, like, it scrolls past all my super chat options on the second line. Like, it scrolls straight past them. The only way for me to put yes is I have to start typing like the little colon, air, and then yes, and then I can finally get it separated down to where I can see it. It's like the only way I can do the yes. But there's some yes for Dankster and Molan. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all being here tonight, and thank you for the support. I'm getting some yes out there for everybody who is supporting. And let's get the stream started now that I've messed with my chat for long enough. Stupid thing is full on broken. Let's see. I don't know how to oh, here. Let's do this restore chat. There it goes. All right. Let's get some guns. Shall we? Yes, we shall. You know what else we need? Doom rockets. So we lost a battle last time, you know? We lost it. But, oh, my game's frozen. CA, please. Can y'all please spam the chat with some CA, please? Feel free. Spam away. Sometimes when you tab out of Warhammer 2 and you tab back in, your mouse will be moving. The game is not technically frozen, but your mouse won't click, like it won't work. And the only way to fix it is to Alt F4 the game and restart it. Eventually we'll get past some of this stuff and get started. I'm going to turn on my fan while I'm waiting on the game to load up. All right, there we go. We're almost back in business. All right, Clan Skryre, load it up. CA por favor. Nuclear cheeser. Oh yeah, there's going to be some nuclear cheesing going on. And speaking of, since Julius Caesar died, we can probably recreate Splinter. But we're going to name the next one Augustus Caesar. And every time that a Caesar dies, which hopefully isn't too frequent, we're going to like go to like subsequent, versions of the next Caesar. So who comes after Augustus? Actually, I can't remember. But yeah, we had Julius Caesar. He died in an epic battle, and so now he's going to be brought back as Augustus Caesar.
Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw.
Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw. All right, let's get started. The first thing I want to recruit, I think like probably 3 storm vermin, 1 with halberds. Then we want our guns, so we got both of our Jezzails. We're gonna need a couple of rattling gun teams. We'll have 8 turns before we can get the Regiment of Renown clan rats there. And let's end some turns and get our troops recruited so that we can get back out on the warpath. I think that's gonna be my goal. Oh yeah, we're gonna need some rat ogres too. Don't want to build any buildings at the moment because I need my money for recruiting, and we're gonna be running short of it by the time we get done. People are saying it's Octavius and Tiberius. It has to be one of them. Tiberius came after Octavian. Fear? I don't even know how to say that. Holy cow, caught a stream. Hi there. Hi to you, and welcome to the stream all the way from Russia. Thanks for joining us. Tiberius? Because Regina's saying Augustus was Octavius. So it's Tiberius. Octavian took on the name Augustus Caesar probably for, yeah, okay. It's Tiberius. Well, hopefully we don't have to make it to a Tiberius Caesar, though I'm sure Regina is rooting for us to make it through all the emperors. And no doubt she thinks that Nero would be a more appropriate title for any of the Skaven Caesars. Regina's boycotting before I even get there. Pilgrim, thanks for the 10. He says we need a warlord named Scaberius. Yes, yes. Okay. We can do it for you, Pilgrim. Next warlord I get, don't let me forget. We'll take care of it. Dankstronot, do you have any character names that you want to see while you're out there? Let me know, man. Alright. Alright, so we're still recruiting, and that's what we're going to be doing for a little while, is recruiting. Have I done a Wood Elf campaign and also Beastmen? I don't know if I ever completed a Wood Elf campaign. I know I did like a Beastmen, like their mini campaign map. I can't remember if I completed that same campaign map for the Wood Elves or not. Oh man, you can see that nuked tree over here. Is that why Regina left? Probably. No, don't encourage him. Wait, I mean, Regina, I didn't nuke the Oak of Ages. I wouldn't do such things. Hey, speaking of, Regina, here, I have a theory going, if you're still there and you haven't boycotted yet. And this will be a theory that you're able to comment on. It's not Skaven related, I don't believe. I'm kind of thinking they tell us there's Lord packs left for Warhammer 2. There's not any more race packs, just Lord packs. I'm thinking one of them has to be a High Elf. I know there's already 4 High Elf Lords, and I was sitting here thinking about all the factions. Beastmen only have 3 Lords, so I kind of suspect you're going to get a Beastmen Lord. And I saw someone who had a theory that there was like a good High Elf counterpart to put up there with the Beastmen Lord to kind of make like, you know, the dueling Lords packs like they always do. So I don't know if you have any thoughts, like if they were going to add another High Elf, who do you think it would be? Because I know you're into such things. I think it would be cool if they would add like White Lion Chariots and a couple more units for the High Elves just for fun, and throw in one more Lord. Think of the other Lord packs. I think the Beastmen could probably do with another Lord, because they have 3. And I was trying to think about all the other factions. The Dwarves have 4. Let me think about Greenskins. Greenskins got Grimgore, Wurzag. Yeah, they've got 4 also because they have Skarsnik and Azag. So they've got 4. I hope it is. Maybe. Alright, says Regina says, I hope it is. Maybe they left the High Elf Archmages out of the Lord pack, which would be crappy move on CA's part, but at least we'll get them. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes me wonder. Like, I know the High Elves are likely to have more units because I've heard people talk about some of them, so I kind of speculate that one of those may add a Lord, or at least some units for the High Elves. I'm trying to think of the different things. They've told us no new factions for Warhammer 2. I think the next new factions come in Warhammer 3. So, yeah, just trying to think through what some of those will be. That should round out this army nicely for now. I'll probably get rid of the Skaven slaves and put actual not crap. I mean, any Skaven unit's kind of crap, but less crap units there. You all know what I mean. Archmages would render casters null. That's interesting. So are they like an anti-caster unit? If so, that would be an interesting one. I've been disappointed last time. For all I know, CA doesn't want to release any more High Elf packs. They may not. They may have them where they want them. It's hard to say. But I mean, I think about all the factions. I don't think there's any of them that haven't gotten some love to a degree, right? I'm sitting here trying to think for factions that haven't gotten anything. Beastmen haven't gotten anything since their original release, nor have Wood Elves. So I would think Wood Elves and Beastmen would probably be due something. Norska only has 2 lords. I don't know if they would want to add anything to Norska. Coast has 4 lords. Sitting here trying to think what else is out there. Could be a lot of different things, honestly. Yeah, that's true. They did add Morgur and the Harpies and Pilgrim. Yeah, I forgot about that. Morgur came later, so they have been touched. They haven't touched any of their campaign mechanics since then, though. And it seems like whenever they do revisit one of these old world factions, they're usually revisiting some of their campaign mechanics. And same thing like when, oh my, yes. Yes. We just got the Teeth Breakers. I mean, I already have a lot of guns, but actually, I already meant to have more guns than that. So the Teeth Breakers are coming in. And let's see. Clan Rats. I don't think we need these Clan Rats as much as I'd like some Clan Rats with spears. Let's get this dude. Recruit. I think four Rattling Gun teams, including that one, plus those 2 Warplock Jezzails will be fine for this army. We're going to have another army that has a whole lot more, guns. It'll be all guns, in fact. And then we need room for another hero in this army, so let's leave a space open. Ikit Claw has leveled up. His Doom Wheel doesn't come till level 15, so we got a couple of levels to go right now. Cracks Call. Skitter Leap would be pretty cool. Let's see. Loyalty for Warlock Master. 50% chance to acquire Warp Fuel would be very nice. Let's do that one. Actually, let's try and get to it. Alright, we've got some money. Let's use a little bit to build this. Let's get to where we can recruit another Warlock engineer if we need to. And let's go ahead and do one more. Let's get this Pox Cauldron. Fully upgrade that. Let's roll. Luther Yun, how you doing? Love the Carthage avatar there, by the way. If anybody's interested, this Friday I'm planning on doing an Imperator Rome stream. And, yeah, so y'all be ready for that. I've been playing some Carthage as practice. Is it true that the mod launcher will only run one mod right now? Someone said that. Yeah, the dwarves, I'm trying to think of all their lords. They got Thorgrim, they got Ungrim, Grombrindle, and Belagar. So they've got 4. Vampires have like 1 million. They have 5, don't they? I think vampires have 5 legendary lords. So it's possible that they can have more than 4. Yorkshire Pud, welcome. Thanks for being a silver sponsor. It's good to have you here, sir. Launcher is a nope at the minute. Okay. Did they put an ETA on that? CA has been incredibly lazy before. Much better record with the Total War Warhammer series. Yeah, they have. They have had a better record with this game. I think it's because they take a little more time to do their stuff. And also they seem to have a little more freedom with the fantasy games, like in terms of balancing and stuff. And so I think it helps them, honestly, because I think whenever you're trying to balance a historical game, you always get those arguments like, well, so-and-so shouldn't be this strong, and they shouldn't be, you know what I mean? You always end up with all the historical argument, which I suppose you get a different version of that in Warhammer, right? Because the people who play the tabletop probably have their feelings about how it was in tabletop versus what they expect it to be here. I think Chaos is going to get an update, Mr. OK, but I don't think that's coming till Game 3. I mean, so you think about Game 3, that's the perfect place. And they even had a hint out the other day in their thing talking about the fantasy team was in a whole nother world, and people are speculating that they're talking about the Realms of Chaos, which, if that's true, it makes sense. I think we all kind of have the opinion that the third game is going to be focused around Chaos, so I actually don't expect to see a big Chaos update in Warhammer 2, unless for some reason that's like the stepping stone over to Warhammer 3, but I don't think so. I think that that's going to come out in Warhammer 3. I think you'll get a reworked Chaos as one of the main factions in Warhammer 3, plus probably like Ogre Kingdoms and Chaos Dwarves and stuff like that. Skillfer says, yeah, but Games Workshop screws up the balance all the time. Halo, how's it going, man? Thanks for being a gold sponsor. Thanks for running that tournament the other day. Thanks for being here tonight. It's good to see you. Alright, this army is ready to go. All we're missing is another hero, which I can't recruit at the moment until those buildings are completed. So, I am going to start moving towards Miragliano. They've moved their army south to fend off the Vampire Coast, led by Arnes Assault Spite. And this will probably lure the Beastmen up our way too. I don't care if I lose Tabaro at the moment. It's not really a primary concern for me, honestly. We could put walls around Tabaro, though. It's going to put me low for cash, but let's do it. Air doing his best impression of Aminar by just chilling in the ocean. Yeah, look at me, I'm chilling in the ocean. It's nice out here. There were some people speculating that merworms would be a thing for the High Elves in an update. Do merworms come on land? How would that even be a thing? I don't understand them. We know that CA is allowed in some cases to take some creative leniency, I think, like Silostra, for instance. She's nowhere in the lore. They created her. So I think we know that with Warhammer 3, if there's any of the races that are kind of like lacking, they can possibly flesh it out. I mean, they got access to the IP. Ship battles and boardings. From what I understand, that would require them to acquire another IP, which is like some kind of Warhammer naval battles. I don't remember the name of it at the moment, but if I understood it right, that would require them to go after that. Wow, look, they left Miragliano completely untended, and they're chasing RNS out there. So, rip Estalia. Dreadfleet, yeah, that's the name of it. Thanks, Regina. So yeah, if they got the Dreadfleet IP, it'd be really cool if they could somehow combine both games, but it feels like Dreadfleet in and of itself could almost be, you know, it'd be a huge piece of the game, and if they were going to add it on, I feel like it would have to be a massive add-in, probably like after the launch of Warhammer 3, or maybe if they have time to develop it beforehand. I don't know if it'll happen. I would love it if it did. Absolutely love it if it did, but I'm not convinced it's going to happen. I suppose the High Elves could have handguns. They could take them away from the people who had them. Maybe? Ambushing... Let's, I'm gonna park right here on the beach. I don't know what these peasants are thinking, but my rats do need some target practice, so we'll see. I'd love them to continue the series after 3 and use that as a fresh content influx for another trilogy, like Age of Sigmar or something. I've heard people talk about bringing Age of Sigmar out, and honestly, I mean, I just want them to keep Warhammer games going, and if that means moving to Age of Sigmar, then by all means, please do. So after Warhammer 3, if that's kind of the end of the whole like fantasy battles thing, then an Age of Sigmars is there, then let's do it. I'm all in. Winter Crown Gaming, thanks for the 2. It says murder, kill, man things. Yes, yes. Oh, we will. Thank you, Winter Crown. Your funds will be used to help fuel the Skaven lust for killing man things. Or beast things, it looks like, at this point. Beast man things, does that count? Jordan, thanks for joining the stream. Some people are saying Age of Sigmar is meh. I know, like, a lot of people aren't as excited about it as in general, but I think that, honestly, any Warhammer game in a Total War setting is probably going to be good. So that's why I'm not worried about it. Feels like it would be good. The other thing I think it would be cool for them to do from a fantasy standpoint, though it would require a lot more time and development, I really think it would be neat for them to develop their own fantasy genre of some sort. Their own fantasy universe and fill it up. So they could take their time to create the factions in such a way that fits the game mechanics perfect, rather than having to draw upon a pre-built lore or universe and make it fit some mechanics that you want to do. Could you create that universe around the mechanics that you want? I don't know. So, be a ton of work. It'd take a lot of time to develop because you'd have to create an interesting universe and lore. But I think the possibilities would be really cool. I hear little heirs screaming, so it's quite likely at this point that one of them got out of bed and they weren't supposed to. Alright, let's recruit a hero, warlock engineer. Piercing damage determined. Immune to psychology could be pretty dang good, actually, especially for a scaredy cat rat. They already did draw from legit things from reality in the historical titles, so I don't know how much I would like to see it diverge. Not really sure what you're saying there, Winter Crown. Let's see, Three Kingdoms. Yeah, it's almost fantasy. Parts of it are almost fantasy, but they're drawing it from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms novel. So they're not just like pulling it out of their rear completely. It's coming from a work of fiction. But I do think it'll be interesting to see how some of the history merges with fiction. I've told CA over and over again every time I've seen them that they need to make an Age of Mythology type Total War, and they never take me seriously. I'm pretty certain it would merge people's two most favorite things about Warhammer and historical. Think about having an Age of Mythology Total War where you're set in the ancient world, but you have Rome with all of its gods and mythology monsters and all that stuff, Greece, the Norse, Egypt, the Celts. I mean, you get all of these major factions. You can go all over the world. Even you can go to Asia. You can go to India. You can go to the Aztec. Like, I mean, it doesn't even have to perfectly fit a timeline because it's kind of a goofy game like that, kind of like Age of Mythology was. The timeline didn't fit perfectly, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter because you were going for fun. So, Ungram Iron Fist, thanks for the 5. He says, "Oh, to see that beautiful face of yours." Well, it's good to see you here, even though I can't literally see you. Welcome. Thank you for the 5. Good to see you back. I missed that Ungram campaign, man. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, the Beastmen are like splitting up, trying to avoid me, and it's making me angry. I want to fight, kill Beastmen. Stop running away,
Of Skryre.
you beast cowards.
Harness the power.
Harness the power. Sick of ending turns here. I want to fight. Lee Wilson says Middle Earth Total War. I don't think they're going to do it. Number 1, they'd have to get the IP, and I don't think they will. Number 2, it'd be too similar to Warhammer in terms of some of the races. I know there's big differences, but orcs, elves, dwarves, I don't think they're going to do it because it would just be too much entwined in. So I don't see them doing it. Plus, there was the Medieval 2 mod that everybody still plays whenever they want, Middle Earth. So I don't think it's going to happen. My opinion. I don't know if it'll be the case or not, but I don't think it's going to happen. Regina says, make a Total War game with the real-world countries, except every state are its mematic versions, both good and bad. That could be fun, too. That could be fun. Almost kind of like are you thinking kind of meme-y, like Civilization-type meme of the nations? Alan Barker, thanks for the 2. And Winter Crown Gaming, thanks for the 2. Alan Barker says, I've returned. Good to see you. I've been in Ireland. Well, I hope you enjoyed Ireland, Alan, and welcome back. It's good to have you here. Glad the trip was good. Hope everything was fun, safe, good time. Winter Crown says, name the engineer Diggit the Cheeseburger, or the Cheesemonger. We can't name him that because he has to be named after Julius Caesar. That's going to be Augustus Caesar. But if you have another name, Winter Crown Gaming, you want to throw at me for one of the units, then feel free, and I can name one of the units whatever you like. I'd be happy to do that for you. HBO would bankrupt them for a license on Game of Thrones, probably. I could see that. Skaven, yes. Oh my goodness, we have so many guns and so little infantry. But fortunately, our infantry is decent. Well, I mean, for Skaven, it's decent. It's not actually decent. For Skaven, it's decent. This map is so hard to move around on. It's actually not going to be good for guns. I think we can get our Jezzails up here, maybe, though. So let's do, yeah, this map, though. Okay. Let's just start the battle. We're not going to be able to move very well. Send Storm Vermin up here. Get my 2. Where are my Jezzails? I saw those leaves falling, and I thought we were like under assault from a Cygor for a minute. It's like, uh-oh, here we go. Yes, Skaven Lives Matter. This is out. This is not early access. This is available to the public. Maybe a rat ogre called Diggett's Cheese Collectors. Okay, don't let me forget it when I get back onto the campaign map. Start hitting me with chats, okay? Yeah, that's right. Go get it, Skaven Lives Matter. It makes Skaven a whole lot more fun than they were before. Whole lot more fun. Highly recommend it. You haven't played Skaven until you've played them this way. Or if you're Regina, you haven't played them at all. Hey, let's lay off. No need to get violent until I get violent on you.
Yes, yes, yes! Ikit claw!
Oh, brass orb, brass orb, brass orb! Warp lightning.
What? Now, yes! Die!
Alright, let's see here. Get up here, you dummies. Bunch of stinky rats. This map is awful for guns, so it's a good thing this Beastmen army is not serious.
Good! Ikit claw! Storm vermin!
Brass orb is so good.
Warp lightning!
What the?
Storm demon!
Nah. Kinda got my own rats, but, you know, Skaven, that's probably acceptable. There, we got the rattling guns going.
Ikit claw!
Chase all these guys off. Maybe put a little summon over here. There we go.
Murder! Kill!
Beast be gone. I was about to ask Regina who she'd rather win a battle between the Beastmen and the Skaven, because she probably hates them both, but I think her answer would probably just be that she hopes they all kill each other. Had to get some Bugmans there. Ungram, thanks for the 2. He says, name a rattling gun, Rat-a-tat-tat-a-tooey. Okay, hold on here. I got some names to hand out. Let's see. Units replenished. I kind of want the food for now. The food can be great when we have to resettle something. Regina says, you know me so well. Not really, but that one was pretty easy to guess. That'd be like someone asking me who I want to win the Oklahoma State-Texas game every year, and I'd be like, can't they just both lose? Zachary says, I'll wait for historical time period I want to see. And I don't know, I kind of think fantasy is going to take over more and more. We'll see. I think it depends. If Three Kingdoms is struggling to hold water when it comes out, I think the fantasy titles are going to be hurting pretty bad. If it can't hold water when it comes out, I think that that historical titles, are going to be hurting pretty bad. And fantasy titles are going to be looking pretty good. Now, I hope it does. I'm not sitting here rooting for it to do poorly, and I like it. I think it'll do well. I haven't seen a launch version of it yet, so I don't know 100%. But, just saying. We'll see. We'll see. Alan says, 1 year badge, still an idea? Yeah, I'll get someone to make me a new badge with a new color. In fact, I need to hop, if someone can put that on the Discord too, I need someone who can take those badges and edit me one. I'm thinking the 1 year, I don't know, maybe some kind of emerald thing, and like then a diamond, and then like I'm thinking like some kind of obsidian or something for the highest level after we get to that. We need to come up with something. It's a good point. Thanks for the 2. Let's get the units named. So we had a rattling gun. It was Rat-a-tat-a-tooey, or is that how you spell it? Like that? If I got it wrong, you can correct me. And then the Rat Ogre was supposed to be Diggett's. What was it? Diggett's. A lot more literally. Hold on, let me go back to it. Diggett's Cheese Collectors, was that it? I think that was it, maybe? Yeah, Diggett's Cheese Collector. Seth, thank you for the $1. Appreciate the support, good sir. Thank you for being here tonight. It is good to have you. And Alan, thanks for the ideas on the badges. If you all have any ideas, let me know. I'm open. The cheese grinders for a rattling gun. Yeah, I'll throw a name on there. Grinders. There we go. All right, let's keep the attacks going. Hopefully the Beastmen will attack us. I want to get some more fights going, and then we got to expand our empire. Right now I'm just kind of fighting and enjoying the fighting, but we got to expand. These fights with the Beastmen are kind of pointless. Joseph Dutton. This is a grind? It kind of is right now. It's just like a turn-in grind at the moment. We need to expand. If we go pick up some more territory and get some underground expansion, or under-realm expansion, we can make enough money to really expand out well. So we need to get an engineer and go establish a bunch of underground stuff. They're going to just bypass me, and this is such an AI move. They're going to bypass me and destroy the settlement, even though it means that I'm going to completely and utterly destroy them on the next turn. I've never understood this type of move. Like, wouldn't it have been better to bring all your troops and fight me, rather than going and injuring yourself on a settlement and then leaving yourself within striking distance? Isn't that weird? Am I the only one that wishes that CA would address that? Number one, it's not fun to have to rebuild that settlement. It's not entertaining. If they come in and it's legitimately a smart move for them to destroy my settlement, then hey, that's what I get for not protecting it. But, I mean, wouldn't it have been more fun, rather than going for the settlement, just come attack my army? Destroying that settlement has no strategic value for them. None. It doesn't hurt me. It makes them weaker for this. So I'm just saying it's confusing. I don't understand why the AI does that. Why is this taking so long to install? Why Warpstone Internet so bad? Yeah, I mean, everything Skaven can be a little bit gimmicky. Swole Horse, thanks for the 2. He says the grated cheesers. Did I get it wrong? Hang on, we named them, right? Cheese grinders? Was this, or is that just another one? The grated cheesers. Let me know what I need to name it. All right, now, who was in this fight? Was this Kazrak? Oh yeah, it's Kazrak. Kazrak the One Eye is about to have 0 eyes, like precisely 0 eyes. You guys ready for the pew pew? Because there's gonna be some pew pew. There's gonna be some serious pew 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 here.
Systems on. Ready, ready.
For a Warlock engineer right here so they can buff these ranged units. There we go. Alright, Kazrak. Get ready to get owned. Here goes Kazrak the No-Eye. Kaz wrecked the No-Eye. How about that? Just wait till the rattling guns get started, folks. Kaz wrecked the No-Eye. He's already running. Ain't no one be standing up to this many Jezzails. Not gonna happen. It's actually not that many Jezzails. Pew, 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 pew. Here we go. Yeah, these Beastmen, this is really not fair. But then again, I don't know when the Skaven would play fair, would they? That just does not seem like a Skaven thing. I like how the lightning strikes are like liable to kill a whole bunch of my own rats. Such a Skaven thing there. Warplock Gazelles. Let's take down Magok the Red here. Let's pull back, let my guns have some room to work on the reinforcements that might be coming back. Oh yeah, there we go. Watch these guys get worked. Let's get back in here and wreck those Ungor herds. Let's have a little fun, like just see if we can hit these guys with this lightning. How good? Oh, they dodged it. Say, how good can air aim? I can aim the brass orb just fine. Alright, my guns are finishing off everything that's left. The superior pew pew sends the Beastmen running. We kill sniped all of them. Oh, we gotta name him Augustus Cheeser too. Thanks for the reminder, folks. Augustus Cheeser will be there. Just imagine when we get the all Jezzail, Warp Fire, and Rattling Gun army. Just imagine. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful sight. Yeah, those Beastmen are going to be very holy. Stonewall Ratson? That would be a pretty good name for a rat. Right, I don't think I need... Well, I mean, I probably do need the food, honestly, because we're going to have to resettle this stuff. Lots of food. Because I'm going to rebuild it back up to a tier 3. Got research rate faction-wide, leadership when fighting Beastmen. This is a very good thing. Let's finish off what's left of these sucky Beastmen. Extra leadership. Let's put that there in one of the clan rats. Take the food. Ooh, warp fuel canister. Beastmen are destroyed. They can't withstand the pew. How much food is that going to take? Takes us down to 90 from 130, so 40 food. That's doable. It's doable. I want to get walls there because it'll make it a little easier to protect. Growth and rebuild the port. I'm thinking about making peace with Estalia and just establishing an under empire. We can make money off of them. And then we'll go settle this area here. I don't know, we could take the lands from Estalia. I don't guess they could really stop us. Depends on what y'all think. Lothar the Stunty, thanks for the 5. He says, took a break from studying for finals. Got to get my air fix. Love the content. Love the community. Nuke Altdorf. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. We have to nuke Altdorf. We need a separate Warlock engineer for nuking duties. This is going to really hurt my income. And I may not actually be able to do it right now. Yeah, I can't. No, we're 101. Crap. Well, we got to use what we got. Alright, Augustus. I have a mission for you. Augustus. Augustus. Cheeser. Warlock. Alright, we'll have to keep the number there, so if we do start losing them, we'll be able to remember them. We do have the Doom Wheel now, which actually just brings only a hair more damage. Less charge bonus. Less armor. More hit points. It also has a missile attack. I guess we can always switch back if we think that the Doom Flayer is better. Speed's the same. It's kind of weird that the Doom Wheel does like basically the same damage. It definitely seems bigger, but I guess it's pretty much the same thing when he's riding around on it. The charge bonus being a little lower is strange since it's larger, but maybe that's because of the mass. Maybe. Might make sense. Gain warp fuel after battle. Okay.
No malice detected.
Standardized firing drill. End the turn. Probably different upgrades in the workshop. Yes, there probably is. I want to save money and get some Doom rockets, but we do need to upgrade Doom wheels. It's a good point, because we now have the Doom wheel. So we need to make sure we get that upgrade on it. This new DLC looks like a lot of fun. Greetings from Germany. Thanks, Oliver. Appreciate you joining all the way from Germany. It's a beautiful country. I've gotten to go twice. Once to Frankfurt, and then on over to Cologne. And then the second trip, I got to go into Munich. And I'm trying to remember the name. Is it Weiden? It's the little town. It's a W, like W-E-I-D-E-N or something like that. It was a pretty little town. I loved it. And Parkstein, beautiful area. Loved Bavaria. Let's see. Declare war on me? Okay. I mean, I did nuke the tree. It seems like an obvious reaction. Cody Nolan says, use the Doom Warlock engineer from Rights to establish an undercity at Altdorf for cheap. Ooh. Then destroy the research building for 6K? Use 5 of that for the nuke? I don't know all these things, how they work, but I like the way you're thinking. So I'll have to make that happen. Please name a rattling gun. Rat-a-tat-a-tat. We did. We called it Rat-a-tat-a-tooey. So we've got one that's pretty much got that name, Richard. Wonder if rattling gun and warp fire throwers would be any good combo. I intend to try it later on. I don't think their line of fire is great, but since the rattling guns slow down units, it could be a nice combo. Might have more time to get the warp fire throwing done. So, could be a nice combo. I do not know that it 100% would be. 814 turns before we can get the Doom Engineer. That's a long time.
More warpstone.
Yeah, 14 turns. Like I could already walk all the way up there. Yeah, I'm gonna send Augustus up there. It'd be a bit of a risky mission, but he can establish some undercity elsewhere, maybe along the way too. We could always put a plague priest in here for the time being, but I'm thinking. Let's go take a look at the units that we have available to us. I'm not interested in going to Magritte yet. Let's focus on getting rid of these losers over here.
Exosuit ready.
Yeah, we have to be in the right stance. We can't recruit units yet. Sean Shrimplin says, "You excited for Three Kingdoms?" I am. I'm probably gonna play the Bandit Queen's faction first. She sounded like an interesting one, so I'd kind of like to check it out. Alan Barker says, "Can I be a Master Warlock in the next army?" I don't know. We'll have to name it when we get there, man. Let's see what we get here. These turn-ins take too long because the mods aren't working right. I want an Empire 2 Total War, as do I. I mean, if you are going to make a historical Total War with none of the fantasy stuff, make it Empire 2 and make it the whole globe. The whole globe. Get a ton of factions in there. You can keep adding them in over time and fleshing it out. Maybe even adding in parts of the map as you go, right? They add in the map for free. Anybody can play it, but if you want to play the factions there, so like, for instance, it starts out with like Europe and America, and then in comes Africa and India and Asia, and like you start adding on to it. That could be a cool way to go too. And like I said, it's free as the map is added for everybody. You can play with the older factions, and then as they add DLC factions, you can, and you know, maybe some of the factions will be free LC on those new continents, and then others are DLC or something like that. That'd be a cool way to keep tacking onto a game like that. I miss Death's Head Hussars and light cavalry from that game so much. What do you call them? Winged Hussars. Absolutely amazing. Good stuff. Good stuff. I think I'm going to grab one more Storm Vermin. Burn a couple turns and then go wreck Estalia. Hoping Lu Bu is a playable character. He is. He is a playable character. Something that just feels good about tactics with musket warfare. Yes. One of my favorite things about Empire Total War was the finesse that you had to use with the cavalry and the timing of the volleys. Like when you went to Napoleon, Napoleon ruined a couple of things, and it made some things a lot better, right? So Napoleon had these big epic battles. The game controlled a little better. It was a little smoother. It was a little more refined on the campaign map, but the missile mechanics in Napoleon were garbage compared to Empire, in my opinion. And I say that because units don't fire in volleys properly anymore. In Napoleon, it's like the little units are aiming individually, and they fired too fast. It increased the pace of battle and ruined it for me. And so like with Empire, because they were firing volleys by rank, it had a lot better feel to it, and then the strategy was much more interesting in the sense that when you baited those volleys out and the reload time was longer like it was, they'd all be sitting there trying to reload their musket, and that was the timing that you would have to use for the cavalry to force them into a square, and then you would unleash your volleys. It had a lot better tactical feel to it, in my opinion, than Napoleon, which was a lot more fast-paced, and the shooting was too fast, in my opinion, and the units too accurate. That's just my opinion. Napoleon was a good game. I'm not trying to bash it. It was still fun to play, but I always liked Empire Total War better, mechanics-wise, even though Napoleon was better from like a UI standpoint, and then some of the quality of life improvements. Naval battles in Napoleon were actually probably slightly better than Empire, but Empire did have some really cool stuff in the naval battles. How you could knock the riggings down on ships by using the right shot. I mean, it was really cool. And a lot of people never even learned about all the little stuff in naval battles in Empire. They just never explored it enough. There was a lot of cool things there. I still, I don't think I ever lost a battle with my my native steamroller build. It was funny when the Native Tribes for America first released, everybody was talking about how trash they were in multiplayer, and then the steamroller build got created, and then everybody was like, you gotta nerf this isn't fair. I remember thinking that my steamroller build was just kind of a gimmick, and it was, because you were basically just baiting the volleys and then clobbering them in melee. But then I used it against Synoptic, who at the time was probably one of the better Empire Total War players out there. And so Synoptic was really good, and I used it against him and beat him, and Synoptic wasn't a player that I would have beaten on Empire Total War under any normal circumstances, so I knew it was good at that point. Synoptic made some hilarious commentaries, too. Alright, let's see. I am tired of being in this hole. Let's go destroy Astalia. How long have I been on stream, by the way, too? 55 minutes, okay. Let's set up an underground at Castle Carcassonne, and then we'll continue on to Altdorf. Ooh, warp fuel. We need to go use said warp fuel. We need income, which is right here. There we go. And augmented weapon. Triangulation. There we go. Alright. Fight dirty in the turn. What about Shogun 2 playthrough after these? I don't know if I'll go back that far for a playthrough. I like those old games. It's possible. I won't rule it out. But their UI and stuff gets so old compared to the new ones that I have a hard time playing them because I just get so frustrated with the old controls and UI. And then Shogun 2 had some serious agent spam issues where it could get really irritating in the campaign map. I like the game, it's fun, but I mean, parts of it have gotten dated that would make it irritating. It's kind of like the reason why I never play Rome 1 anymore, because it's too dated. Great games, but they get pretty dated compared to the UI and the new ones, even though the content is fine. I wish sometimes they could somehow go back and update the controls and the UI in those older games. Realm Divide was dumb and Shogun. Yeah, I didn't like it either. I thought it was stupid. But they did it just to make an artificially difficult challenge for you in the campaign.
Speak before Storm Demon is charged.
Can we really make peace with it? That doesn't seem like it. Well, I guess Skaven could make peace with people and then just betray them later. I gotta think of it in a more Skaven-y mindset.
Scurry forward.
Alright, scurry forward. Good idea, Augustus. Keep scurrying. Augustus, you little cheeser.
Where are my schematics?
Where are my schematics?
Enemies to track.
Miragliano. Let's get some towers. Maybe they'll team up and bring a big army up here so we'll get a good fight. That would be entertaining. Skaven remind me of the Germans back in the World Wars. I wonder why that is. I don't know. They seem way too nincompoopish, but... Oh, wow. Yeah, Stalia is screwed. Archer spam and Rome Total War multiplayer was annoying. Yeah, I like when someone would pick Egypt, 6 Pharaoh's bowmen, and then a bunch of heavy chariots. Rip. It was painful. Snaxopaxy, been loving your playthroughs for a while. Bro, can you name a character Fievel Mouskowitz from American Tail? The next time I get a character, I would be happy to. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate the support. If you can remind me, next time we get a character. I don't have another character to name like that right now. We can name units if you want to give them a name. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. Thank you again for the 5. Really appreciate your support. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. Having a great stream. Lots of fun conversation too. What do you think about when the Skaven weapons blow up? I think it's great. Gotta save enough money to get an Undercity going in Altdorf. How long till... Okay, that's completed. Really? 200 more income already, huh? Doesn't feel like it. I know it potentially gets us seen, but I'm gonna go ahead and build that. And we're just letting the siege develop. Now it's all archers plus 2 infantry and 6 cav in multiplayer. Yikes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Horse archers were a real pain in the butt in Rome 1 too. Because the skirmish ability actually worked in Rome 1, and you did not catch horse archers on skirmish. Wasn't going to happen. It wasn't like Rome 2 or Warhammer where the skirmish just gets your guys killed every time. It actually worked. Alright, Snaxelpaxel says, cool, how about squeaky cleaners? Which unit do you want me to name that? And I will name them for you. Let me know. Happy to do it for you. Ooh, here we go. Let's go. I don't know if we'll need that many, but let's get a few. Zachary Vargas says, I quit after a tournament and I was the only one who tried to use infantry. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty frustrating. I can believe it. The Rat Ogres. Okay, he wants me to name... Can you all not let me forget to name a Rat Ogre? The Squeaky Cleaners. For Snaxopaxel, please don't let me forget when I get back out to the campaign map, because I can't do it right now. Want to make sure I take care of it for him. Let's just do this. Actually gonna tighten up their formation a little because I want them to hit like a focused group. And Rat Ogres out here on the flanks. Ooh, always forget about this guy. There we go, perfect. There, that ought to be pretty easy to control. Move up to that spot, ought to be a good spot to fire from. Think. Yeah, line of sight will be pretty good from where they'll be at. Run, please. Okay. Let's get my 2 Jezzails. We are not in range of their mortar. That's okay. Jezzails, let's take down the Lord. And let's send our flayers out here to give those gunners some trouble so they can't shoot back at my rattling gunners. Let's actually turn around and kind of lure these guys in a little, keep their attention. Almost have them in range where I want them. Come on, scoot up. Okay, let's turn around. Actually, yeah, I meant to push him forward with that, but it ended up routing before I could even pay attention. Just let the Jezzails keep working. We'll take a little bit of damage on approach from these handgunners, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, there we go. Just insta-rout these gunners. Alright, Jezzails, actually hold off. Let's go route that, There are some Empire Knights, so we'll have to keep an eye out. But I'm gonna go see if I can route this cannon real quick. Ooh, that was a really good lightning on that cannon. There we go. Yeah, we even blew up one of the guns right there too. Terrify those guys out and then turn around before those Empire Knights are able to close the distance. Alright, they got more of their stupid howitzers back there. We can fix that though. If we wait for those guns to get out of range, we can do a summons. Oh, yikes. Kind of in a firing line right there. Let's pull back. Yeah, let's let those guns continue to move out of position. There we go. Those guns might be able to turn around. I hope not, though. Let's get in there, do some work. Pull on back, Ikit. And let's get our 2 Jezzails. Start shooting up handguns because they outrange our rattling crews. Yes, I think we get a 2-for-1 on that artillery right there. 18 seconds, we'll summon on the other artillery. Let's go ahead and send Group 2 in mass. Got enough handgunners here? Asking for a friend. Ah, we lost our rats there. Let's get into that fight. Okay, Ikit Claw, let's go, bud. He lost track of his target. You all let the rat ogres take those guys down and just move towards the infantry. Holy burning head. And he's going right through their own troops. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Let's gun down some of these routing troops so they don't come back on our flank. Get into these guys. Chase over here. Just kind of keep moving with the rat ogres if we can. And let's get the flayers and push this way. Yeah, there we go. Tear up those routing units. Yeah, see, that's perfect. Make sure they don't come back. That's crazy how we're losing fights to artillery. Or no, I think my summon is just deteriorating, my bad. Wow, Ikit Claw was getting owned for a minute. Give these guys a little bit of pain and suffering here for a minute. Actually lost some of my rat ogres, that's infuriating. Storm Vermin keep pushing forward. Let's put a hurt on these. Did I lose my, yeah, more rat ogres over here? I guess they had infantry around. Yeah, they had halberds and I didn't recognize it. Crap, we'll have to re-recruit some stuff. Frustrating, but not the end of the world. Let's push up our gunners. Still a lot of Empire troops, and the leadership is holding together for the Empire right now, which is actually a bit frustrating. It's probably because they still have that Witch Hunter there. Let's get him. Just took out a leader right there. Take out this dude. Doom Flayers, let's get after all this stuff that's fleeing, get it off the map. And we'll just fight over here. Push up some Rattling guns. Can we own this Witch Hunter? Make him go die. Chase all that stuff out. Ikit Claw is pushing a big blob of units towards the end of the map. I want to make him stay gone. Let's move up, get rid of these guns, and then start shooting up that infantry. See if we can shoot that Lord right there. You all take out those guns. Take that out. Okay, why did we lose the push? You keep pushing there. My units lose their attack orders sometimes coming through the forest. Really frustrating. Those Empire Knights regroup, but I think we can plow through them. So we have the armor piercing. Ikit Claw does not need all this extra damage right now. Should put an end to that real quick. Get these knights out of the way so that we can get on over here into the guns. Need to finish the knights, but those guns are getting me in the meantime. Let's get over here. Warp Lightning. Start shooting these guys. Push them out. Rat Ogres back in. What is... Thank you. It wasn't letting me select the move order properly. That was actually getting really frustrating. Push these guys all the way off the map. Push them off the map. Got too many guns over here and they're all coming back from routing magically. Doom Flayers will teach them. The leadership of the Empire faction really should be completely gone at this point, but I think that their artillery and guns and stuff are keeping them in. But that won't be the case for too much longer. I think they're about to chain route. There they go. Like the ammunition and stuff can sometimes keep armies alive that otherwise really shouldn't be alive. They don't really have a good chance. But the way the bar calculates... Wow, those Doom Flayers absolutely owned. Ikit Claw got some good kills. Our guns didn't do great in this battle because they weren't being used as well as they could be because of the Tylean troops outranging us so much. I kind of feel like we need more Jezzails and a little less Rattling guns, like balance the two a little better. So maybe like a 4 Jezzails, 3 Rattling guns kind of thing, maybe. Because we need the extra range and arc of fire. How come I don't get to occupy the settlement? They were sieged and came out and attacked me. That's actually kind of frustrating. Got some warp fuel. Make some Predator missiles? Yeah, we need to. I feel like if you could get the Doom wheel right in the middle of a big blob and then just call in the Doom rockets, that would be how you do it. Holy mackerel. Look at the agent spam up there. Did we lose Cheeser? Nope. Wow, he is walking past the lion's den right now. Just keep him moving. There's Carl. Hey Carl, don't mind us. We're certainly not coming to deliver some nefarious weapons underneath your city, that's for sure. This kind of auto-resolve is absolutely infuriating. They just attacked me. They just lost. And it's still giving them the auto-resolve because of the damage that was done, and it doesn't know how to properly rank like the artillery and the walls and stuff. It's just infuriating. Like, it's absolutely infuriating how this works. You end up spending so much extra time in a siege because of crap like this. We're having to go back and then replenish. You know what? I got an idea.
Miscalculated.
Hey, Aranessa, I got a present for you.
Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw.
Gift wrapped in cheese. Come take Miragliano, and then I'm going to take it back from you. Come take Miragliano, do it for me, and then I'm going to take it back from you. I hate that crap, where all their forces sally out against you, and you defeat them. And even though they're defeated, and they would be a lot worse off for it, the auto-resolve still gives them favor, and so you'd have to go fight yet another tedious battle against them. Even though they will clearly lose, you have to go fight the tedious battle against them. And I love fighting battles in Total War. I don't like fighting repetitive, tedious battles in Total War, and that's where you gotta get the auto-resolve right. You gotta get the auto-resolve right, or else it just frustrates people. Exactly, they had lots of handguns. That's part of what screws up the auto-resolve. Like, it doesn't know how to handle the mix of units that are in there. They do have a lot of handguns, but they're in a siege settlement. They're almost certainly not going to be in a good position other than the initial firing, which I had towers, so it wouldn't do any good. So the handguns avail them nothing, meaning that they're going to lose. So that's the kind of stuff that the auto-resolve just can't really take into consideration there. It drives me nuts. Have they rebuilt the Charcoal of Ages? I don't know. We could check. We need a Sword of Cain. That'd be great. One Sword of Cain. Oh, yeah. They replanted it, apparently. Huh, that just means we can nuke it again if we ever need to. Alright, folks. We're arriving at Altdorf. We need to build the deeper tunnels here so we can keep our income. That income certainly helps. Yeah, see, I left Miragliano to Aranessa, and then I'm just going to come in and backstab Aranessa. Let's make sure we're ready to fight an Aranessa-type army, though, and I really think that we need to trade out 2 of these Rattling Gun teams. I'll make sure it's not one of the ones we named. And I was supposed to name one of the Rat Ogres. What was the name for the Rat Ogres? You'll remind me what the name was. It was the Squeaky Cleaners, I think. Yeah, I think it was the Squeaky Cleaners. And then let's recruit in a couple more Giselles. And that'll set us up good against the Vampire Coast, having all that long range. That way their artillery can't do any use on us. I play on the default difficulties. I think it's normal. And then switch between easy and normal. Is that really drastic? Nah, easy and normal is probably not a ton of difference, like other than easy being really, really easy. I think, did she just sack the settlement twice on that turn? That was weird. Hard difficulty, you'll see the AI get a lot more aggressive and with bigger armies, and then you'll start getting some arbitrary penalties, like, hey, your public order is -4. Why? Well, because you put it on hard. And then the AI starts to get leadership buffs. Their units will stay in battles longer than they should, which can change the way the balancing in the battle works. And then when you go all the way up to like very hard or in legendary, it just gets absurd. And on legendary, they even take away your ability to save the game. It only auto saves, which means your campaign can get over real quick. And then you also have to deal with like a limited camera and no battle map when you're out on, or no mini map on the battle. Like there's a bunch of changes. I personally, like, I will play on Legendary every now and then, like I did with the Salt Spike campaign or the West Rome, but it's not very fun for, like, an everyday campaign. I think my favorite balance is hard, because you still get big armies from the AI, and they're a little more challenging, like, their leadership holds up a little longer, so that you're not just face-rolling them as easy. But when you start to move up, very hard is tolerable for me. I'll play campaigns on very hard. But Legendary is just like nails on a chalkboard for me sometimes. The Aranessa one, for whatever reason, turned out to be a very fun Legendary campaign. I don't know why, but it did. Some of them are not that way. And they are extremely grindy and annoying, and you have to just game the system really hard. Oh, we got 5 more turns. Wow, they really learned from the Pirate Coves. Not to let you just sit there and cheese real hard. Ha! Pun intended.
Warp lightning.
Steel technology? Nah, whatever. Let's just save our money.
My
Anyway, I'm gonna have to hop off here, folks. But it's been a fun one. I know we're kind of grinding a lot here, but that's okay. Nothing to be in a hurry for. We'll play the campaign however we want. It's a stream campaign. Did Aranessa get killed? I think she did. At least temporarily, maybe. They're sieging again? Doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, I'll be back with the stream. Let's see, today is Tuesday. So I would say probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I will do a stream, but it won't be Ikit Claw. We could do the Imperator stream tomorrow, and then do Ikit Claw again on Friday. That way we have some time between them. I think that might be what we do. And I'll keep the Tehannawin flowing in too. So worry not. Worry not. It'll still be coming. I need to get some multiplayer in too. I think this Saturday I may try and jump in and play some games with you all on the Discord. But thanks for joining tonight. So the nuking of Altdorf will come on the next episode. We can probably get a nuke in every other episode, I would say. So we'll nuke Altdorf on the next episode. We're going to go ahead and occupy Astalia. I intend to go to war with Sartosa if I have to. And then actually Sartosa would be a good place to occupy too, because it's like a standalone giant settlement. So I'll probably go ahead and take Astalia and Sartosa, and then I may eventually move up here and start doing some work against the Bretonnians or the Wood Elves. Could be fun either way. Let's head into our workshop actually real quick before I head out. We could build a Doom rocket now. I think it would be good to build a Doom rocket and keep it in case we need it in one of our battles. So we'll hold on to a Doom rocket, and we'll keep trying to gather up some more warp fuel, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you for joining. Appreciate your amazing support. It's always good to have all of you here. Heir of Carthage signing out for now. I will see you on the next Ikit Claw stream, or whatever that stream may be.